Yay. Hey everyone, it's Fernando here live. Promised I was going to have a special edition here of a live stream. Going to let everyone gather here for a minute. But yes, indeed, today is February, what is it, 19th? February 20th, which is one day over actually from the anniversary. But check this out, guys. If that building doesn't look familiar, you might want to catch up just a little bit on some of a very famous cult movie known as Office Space. But I'm at the location of Initech, the actual Initech location that was used within the film, the exterior at least. And so I thought as a nice treat, 20 years ago, yesterday, this film was released, the very, very famous, very cult-like film Office Space. Love that movie. I'm sure a lot of you love it out there too. I've done another video of it in the past, and it is a good number of views too, and I'll include the link below. So I thought I would visit 3 locations here in the Austin area, and then that way showcase those 3 locations and how they look like today, 20 years later from what the film is. So isn't that cool? Very good timing. When I saw that the date of the anniversary was going to be basically February 19th, 2019, then I thought to myself, this is absolutely perfect. So without further ado, let's go ahead and let's go to location number 1, which is the more famous location, which is this one right here. I actually have in my video, and I'll include the link for it later on here too if you want to check it out, more locations as well. But those of you that are Office Space fans, you'll immediately know what this location is right here. How's everybody doing today, by the way? Hope y'all are doing well. I'm here live in Austin right now. Hello, hello. Some shout outs already. So there it is. I'm sure y'all know what this part is right here, right? If you've seen Office Space, it's a very prominent, quick scene, but still a long-lasting impression. It's that famous scene where you have, in this case, the guys, Michael Bolton, you have Ron Livingston's character, I forgot what the other guy's name, and then you have Samir. You'll have them all go like right here, and then walk downward, and then go walk up, and then go back. I think they were heading back to the building from the restaurant. Another shout out, hello, hello. But yes, this is the famous hill that they did that walk through. This is it right here. So if you've seen the film, if you've seen that scene, this is exactly how it looks like today. Obviously this stuff here, all these hedges and these trees were not there, at least as big as it looks like today. Back then it was much, much smaller. But that is the actual location of the tree of the walkthrough. So pretty cool. It's kind of neat to find this kind of history here. By the way, there was last year, and I think part of the year before, there was a little tour company that set up shop here in Austin, and it was actually done with Sean Young, the famous actress, and they would visit Austin filmed locations for movies, and one of them was this place here. So it's kind of cool. And then there's supposed to be another scene where they go up here, and then somewhere in this parking lot area they were walking across it. I don't know exactly where, but it was somewhere in this parking lot area. So that was really cool too, to see that in the film. I think they would have been somewhere in this area that they were heading from, at least in the film, either from the restaurant or from the office place. But that is location number 1. So I thought I would show that as a nice little treat for y'all. And then we'll go to 2 other locations. They're right nearby each other. That's the part about what was filmed here, was the fact that you have all these 3 locations right by exactly each other. So one last goodbye here to whoa, my bad. Sorry about that, guys. Another app had suddenly went on my phone, and it took over YouTube for a minute. So my apologies if I tuned out for about 20 seconds or so. Office Space is a great clip. Absolutely love it. Absolutely love that film. I probably see it once every couple of years, and if it comes on TV, then I try to catch it. It's one of those films where it comes on, you can't really say no to seeing it. So one last goodbye here, guys, to the famous scene where they walk across that grassy hill. This is it right here. So, all right, let's go to scene number 2. So this is how close they are to each other. It's, by the way, my baby, my little Spark right there. Love her, my little baby Iris. Celebrated 5 years with her. So that is pretty cool. I'm gonna try to see if I can get the right angle for this scene. How's my voice coming through, by the way? I have on some earbuds with a microphone on it, so that way it looks better. Yeah, this is it right here. So, maybe I can go a little bit over here. But this is the other scene. So, when Peter has that famous scene where he tears down that wall, where he unscrews the top parts of it, and then it goes downward. When he unscrews that wall and it goes down, he's looking at this. This is it right here. It lasts for a couple of seconds, but it's a pretty prominent scene because it's almost like a freedom, liberation of sorts. Thank you. Audio's fine. That's great. Thank you. And so this showcases what he's looking at exactly. I think the angle is close enough. I don't know if it's maybe a little bit more towards the right, but you can see that he was looking at this 20 years ago when it was being filmed. This tree was here, and this tree right here was here as well. Smaller than it was before, since it was 2 decades back. But this is exactly what Peter was looking at, which is so cool. Again, because they could have filmed this anywhere in the Austin area, but logistically, they just decided to film it right here and there. So that was really, really cool. So this one last look here at what Peter was exactly looking at from within the film. Not much has changed in the background. The buildings still look the same. This area hasn't really grown too much, but otherwise it's how it looks like. And then the last part I wanted to show you is, let me turn this around. So this is Initech itself. This is the exterior location that was used. How cool is that? This is the location itself. This is where they entered whenever they were going to their offices, which will be somewhere right there. That's where they were entering. Obviously, the signs were changed, and there was some other structure that was in there in the front, showcasing Initech. But that's it. That's the actual location, which is so, so cool to see that location along with what Peter was looking at, and then the hill, all of it basically within a minute of each other, which is so, so cool. And then where Peter was looking at outside was right here, logistically. Like that's where his office was, and looking out the window when he tore down that wall. And then he would have in turn have been looking out somewhere in this direction, which would be right there again. So isn't that neat? Everything together under one place. So that way the film shows all those scenes together, and it made sense. It was very real world in that regard. So that was definitely cool. So, but what do you guys think of this nice little treat for y'all? I promised there was going to be a special edition, in this case being a live stream of the actual 20th anniversary of Office Space. 20 years ago, this film came out. Isn't that amazing? 20 years ago. And when it happened, nobody cared about it then. Nobody thought it was just an afterthought. And then afterward, it became a cult classic. And to this day, it remains one of the most favored films of recent history, like in the past 20 years exactly. I love it. I'm sure you guys love it too. And so I was so glad to share this special anniversary with y'all. The only thing that stands out, that location, by the way, right here, that would have been where Lumberg's car was towed away. In the background here, you can kind of see the top part of one of the office buildings in the background whenever the scene was filmed of his car being towed away. So you can kind of see that there, barely. You see it right there. That right there, that's the hotel that's nearby too. So that was really cool. So anyways, just wanted to share this with everyone. Hope you guys enjoyed this. Thought I would come by here after work, and then that way do this special live stream. You can only do it once, 20 years in this case. I'll have to wait another 20 years to do another 20-year anniversary. So it was really neat to be able to share this with everyone. So one last goodbye, everyone, to Office Space. Thank y'all for joining me on this part. I'll include the link again for my other Office Space video, which has gotten a good number of views. And then that way you guys can see more locations that I visited. Who knows, I might visit those other locations and do a live stream there too sometime soon to celebrate the 20 years here. So, all right, everyone, y'all take care. Have a good day.